my heart screams, let me carry you home.
Hosting special guests today, and you guessed it right, this video is full of ideas and inspiration that will help you host a party for kids. Most of the ideas are super easy to execute, there's hardly any cooking involved, and we will focus greatly on presenting everything in a super interesting way. So let's begin. Beginning with the super quick to execute idea for a drink. I'm taking references from my childhood days, and this drink used to be a treat in those days. This is super simple to make as well, so less work for all the mommies out there. To make the drink, of course, it's very simple, just combine roux afza with milk. Today I'm serving it in these cute little glass bottles, and to make it look extra fun, I'm decorating the rims with some cake toppers. It only takes a minute, but it adds such a cheerful touch. Of course, these little creative details are totally optional, but they really bring the charm. The plan is to turn an ordinary day into a mini celebration. Whether it's a birthday party or a weekend get-together, I'm sharing some ideas that will surely impress your little guests today. Alright, moving on to one of my favorite ideas in this video, and honestly, it's the easiest of them all. We are making an Oreo cake tower today. Okay, so it's not really a cake, but Oreo biscuits are such a hit with kids, and when you stack them up, it instantly looks fancy. Plus, let's be real, kids love charging in to grab and break that tower. I'm just piling up all the fun Oreo treats into a mini tower shape. You could totally swap in any other cookies too, like those jam-filled ones. These little treats not only look super fun, but also add such a whimsical touch to the table. Now let's get into something a bit more creative. This one's as yummy as it is adorable. We are whipping up a quick 5-minute eggless batter. Why eggless? Because it's just easier when you're catering to a bigger crowd. First, I'm heating some milk and adding vinegar to make a quick buttermilk sort of a thing. Meanwhile, I'm sifting flour, baking soda and sugar to prep the dry mix. Then I just combine everything along with melted butter and a splash of vanilla essence. This gives us a lovely frothy batter, perfect for what's coming next, mini pancakes. Or should I say pancake sticks? Yes, bite-sized pancakes stacked with Nutella. They're so cute and just impossible to resist. I figured out later that using a tablespoon to drop the batter onto the pan works like a charm. It keeps the pancakes evenly sized and makes the whole process super quick. Just don't overcook them. Pull them off the heat early for that soft, spongy texture. While I was browsing through toothpicks and straws at the store here, which honestly I haven't done in ages, I was surprised at how many colorful and fun options are out there now. And I thought, why not use these little things to jazz up the food a bit? I ended up picking a bunch before even knowing what I'd use them for. Anyway, time to assemble those pancakes. I'm adding tiny dollops of Nutella between each layer, but here's a little tip. Try adding a slice of banana or strawberry in between too. It looks super cute and tastes even better. These mini portions are intentional, by the way, because with so many different things on the table, people, especially kids, usually take smaller amounts. So it made sense to start small from the get-go, at least in my head. Now, I don't know about you, but back in the day, my friends and I lived for the return gifts. I'm not totally sure how it's done now, but in our time, the return gifts were always displayed somewhere, either right on the main table or on a little side setup. For today, I'm using simple brown paper bags, filling them with goodies and folding them neatly, and then using a little doily and a clip to dress them up. These treat bags are great for all sorts of occasions. They have that rustic, handmade charm but still feel elegant. Plus, it saves so much time for hosts. You're not individually wrapping every single gift. Although I will say there's something really sweet about doing that too. And if you need bigger bags or want to go fancier with bigger return gifts, you can totally size up with larger doilies. I hope you like the idea. Okay, so here's a little rule I like to follow for gatherings like this. Always include at least one dish that's a bit more filling than all the fun, snacky things scattered around the table. I mean, I know the games, the treats, and definitely the cake take center stage for the little humans, but hey, a real bite to eat doesn't hurt, right? So I'm chopping up some basic veggies here, nothing fancy. Today I'm skipping the saute bit, but giving them a quick stir just to soften things up a bit is a good idea, I think. My go-to combo in this case is onions and bell peppers. I'm mixing these with pre-boiled pasta and topping it all off with a super interesting sauce that's actually healthy too. I'm also quickly setting up a few fun snacks on this cake stand to add more variety to the spread. I picked things I knew would go over well, but definitely choose whatever makes sense for your gang. And this time, instead of doing the usual floral centerpiece, I decided to switch things up with a small chalkboard. I haven't scribbled anything on it yet, but the idea is to write something fun or quirky. It adds such a sweet, personal touch and makes the whole setup feel a little more playful. Alright, without wasting any more time, let's bring everything together. There's not much left to do now. We're finally setting up the table. The last little element I had planned was a homemade cream cheese. And for that I'm using some homemade paneer blended with a few garlic cloves. I've also added a couple of tablespoons of yogurt plus a bit of salt and pepper to taste. Now, here's the thing. When you're hosting, it's always smart to make something that can work in multiple ways. And this creamy, garlicky spread totally fits the bill. Once it's blended into a smooth paste, you honestly wouldn't guess it's made from paneer. I'm using it as the sauce for my pasta today, and if you want to kick it up a notch, just add a little sriracha. It'll give the sauce a lovely color and a tangy, spicy twist. Speaking of throwbacks, let's talk about how parties used to go back in the day. One thing that always showed up on the table, sandwiches. And more often than not, they were cucumber sandwiches. I feel like we can't forget about the moms and parents who tag along with the kids. They're the ones who usually reach for those sandwiches first. So, with that in mind, I'm grating up some cucumber and squeezing out all that extra water to make a simple but fresh filling. The filling is super simple, just mix that grated cucumber with the cream cheese we made earlier. Since that sauce already has garlic, salt and pepper, we are pretty much good to go. I did add a bit of ketchup to change things up a bit, and wow, it added so much flavor. I'm trimming the crusts off the bread to keep the sandwiches soft and light. If you're prepping in bulk, definitely line up the slices first and fill them all at once. It saves so much more time than doing one sandwich at a time. This is such a classic combo, and its mild, creamy taste makes it a hit with both kids and adults. Now, you could totally stop here, but I'm adding a little garnish with thin cucumber slices on top. After trying it out, I can confidently say it was way easier to do than I expected, and the final result, looked even better than I imagined. It's these little finishing touches that really stand out and give the table a unique vibe.
Take me back to the old dirt road.
I'm setting up the drinks station in one corner. Remember that colorful rose milk we made at the start? For now, I've just arranged 4 little bottles, but of course you can always scale it up. That said, not everyone's a fan of milk-based drinks, so I'm adding a few extras too. These are pretty popular around here, and honestly, fruity used to be a staple at every party back in the day.
Well, let my mind go serene like a cool water stream that runs from the mountain so tall.
Now circling back to the pasta, we're serving it up in small muffin or cupcake molds. These little cups are so handy because first, they're disposable, which means way less cleanup later. Plus, they come in all kinds of fun colors and prints, which instantly adds a pop of color to the table.
Well, take me home to rest where the mockingbirds nest and to cry through the green in the spring.
And finally, I'm adding labels to some of the dishes, especially the ones that might get a little confusing. But honestly, labels do more than just clarify, right? They're also a part of the overall aesthetic. They add personality, charm, and just make everything feel more thoughtful and playful, in my opinion.
Well, let my mind go serene like a cool water stream that runs from the mountain so tall. Oh, take me back.
Now you might notice there's a blank spot in the center of the table. That empty space is intentional. The idea is to keep it reserved for serving the cake pieces after it's been cut. Cake was always a big part of the menu when we were kids, and honestly, we looked forward to it just as much as everything else. So today I'm pre-slicing the cake and placing the pieces on small plates so everyone can easily grab. No mess, no fuss. So if you're planning to make the cake part of your main layout, definitely leave a little space for it. And here's a quick tip. It's always handy to have a few takeaway boxes ready. These are perfect for sending extra slices home with friends. That way you're not scrambling around last minute trying to find something to pack them in. And that's how everything came together. I tried to touch on a little bit of everything, and just a reminder, these are simply my ideas and things that made sense to me. Feel free to tweak things to suit your own vibe. I'm sure you'll have your own creative twists to add.
Days in the sweet dusty haze take me back down the old dirt road. Oh, take me back down the old dirt.
Thank you so much for watching this small but humble attempt from my end. Thanks for staying with me till the very end.